Meitalia and James Solis have achieved several milestones since appearing on 90 Day Fiance, The Other Way. Meitalia, an Indonesian woman, and James, a native of Maine, were young when they first met over 6 years ago. The two interacted online and didn't wait long before meeting in person. James felt a strong connection with Meitalia during his trip to Indonesia and was certain about marrying her. He proposed to her within a week of the meeting, applied for her K-1 visa, and decided to tie the knot in the United States. After tying the knot, James and Meitalia began living together in America. They also adopted a dog named Jojo, which helped strengthen their relationship. However, things took a turn for the worse when Meitalia started experiencing health issues in the United States and became homesick for her family in Indonesia. Eventually, Meitalia spoke to James about returning to her home country, and he agreed to accompany and support her there. The couple documented their journey back to Indonesia in 90 Day Fiance, The Other Way Season 6. James and Meitalia had an emotional experience in Indonesia. They decided to live with Meitalia's parents, which became a problem for several reasons. Initially, James didn't appreciate his father-in-law's home, feeling that the concrete walls made it resemble a prison. He also had difficulty communicating with his in-laws because he didn't know their native language despite promising to learn it over 3 years ago. Meitalia faced challenges because she hadn't informed her parents about her permanent move. She also felt guilty for not disclosing to them that James didn't want to have children. Meitalia confronted James about his lack of interest in having a child with her. She explained to him the importance of having a baby, the cultural expectations, and her desire to become a mother. James found it difficult to promise Meitalia he would give her a baby. He felt it was more important for him to find a way to earn a better income and bring their dog, Jojo, to Indonesia. James and Meitalia had an Indonesian wedding ceremony during their time in the country. Unfortunately, the wedding didn't resolve many issues and left them confused about their future. Moreover, Tatha and James struggled with money. James wasn't going to make anything significant helping working in her family's banana chip business. They left behind an over $700 a month car payment in America. James and Meitalia were still together when they completed their journey on the show. Even though James traveled back to America to work and provide for Tatha, they still had several problems to work through, including their differing opinions on starting a family, their plans for the future in Indonesia, and their backup plan for returning to the United States. Ultimately, they found a way to make their marriage work. They returned to the United States and found a way to improve their relationship. Over the following months, James and Meitalia traveled across the United States, sharing photos from new locations such as Death Valley, Las Vegas, Florida, and Nevada. James and Meitalia have posted several new photos from Tumpak Soa waterfall in Bali, indicating that they haven't settled in one place yet. Although those may have been older pictures, James started spending a lot of time with his season 6 co-star, Sean Heffernan, who has since broken up with his wife, Joanne De Jisoo. In early July 2025, 90 Day Fiance fan account at Kikienkibitz shared screenshots from James and Tatha's Instagram pages. Tatha instigated an ugly exchange when she changed her bio to say, "My ex-BF at James_90day. Then, Tatha shared 2 posts with pointed messages seemingly directed at James. James had a response to Tatha's public outburst. He shared an image of himself standing alone with a serious caption. He also has the comments turned off on the post. The Instagram exchange all but confirms that Tatha and James are, at the very least, experiencing immense struggles and that James isn't happy Tatha aired things out publicly. Neither has made an official breakup statement, but Tatha doesn't follow James anymore and they both took all their pictures together off their pages. It doesn't appear that Meitalia and James will return to the 90 Day Fiancé franchise. They never made any significant decisions, such as starting a family and settling on a place to live. On top of their recent drama and apparent breakup, another season of 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way is unlikely for the pair, as living stateside is their best option financially, whether they are together or not. If they come out as single publicly, they each could have the opportunity to be cast members on 90 Day, The Single Life. Since Happily Ever After, Season 9 has already been filmed and is airing, they would be too far removed as a couple to appear in HEA Season 10. In any case, 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way showcased James and Tatha's disastrous relationship, and things don't seem to have gotten much better in the long term.